Well, it would appear that I'm live, and I apologize to everybody for that. Hi, I'm Drumbo. What we got here is a Flash game from about 14 years ago called RPG Shooter Starwish. So, first off, it is a shooter, which I greatly enjoy. Second off, it's an RPG because I'm not good at shooters, so the ability to overlevel is a little bit helpful. Finally, it's a visual novel / dating sim. Let's just go ahead and get that out of the gate right now. So I'm going to try for 100%, but if I have an early death, well, that's unfortunately going to kill one of the routes. Let's go ahead and just get things rolling. What do you say? So, new game, all that jazz. Great. Oop. Except I actually have to, confirm hard. Great. And we're going to skip the dialogue. We're going to skip that. We're just going to skip everything. Great. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about anything that just happened. It helps if I turn the mouse on. Yay. So this is the game. As you can see, it is clearly a shooter. Don't let the mouse pointer ignore you, or annoy you. That's the word. It's what I'm very good at, and yet I never seem to remember what the word is. Don't let that bother you too much. It's how I'm, piloting the ship. And, oh no, look, we're already up at our first boss, and I don't really feel like, oops, oh no. So that boss is dead. So as you can see, we have stats, and you can do offense, defense, agility, intellect, luck. The premier way to do this is max out intellect and luck, because that's your crit damage and items and money. Also your experience and how fast you regenerate your shields and your crit damage. Anything left over goes into defense, because when you're playing the glass cannon, every little bit helps. And then there's also the cafe, where you work towards your dating sim section. So we're going to go ahead and talk to Mare. And we've talked to her. Good for us. And the big drunken panda. We will get into all of the characters eventually. Don't worry about it. I'm going to need a couple of modules. Actually, I think I was supposed to go for weapons lab first, but that's fine. By the way, here's our weapons spec lady. She, doesn't... well, she's fine, but she also likes to test all of her weapons on you the second you walk into the lab. Not fun. Don't want that. Let's not have that be a thing. And since I died on that first ship, it took away the power-ups that I had, because that's, something that happens in shooters. So here's the game. I hope you like this. Unfortunately, the one audio track that managed to get into the game for the stages proper, because the game was too large to be able to fit onto Newgrounds and Congregate, so they had to cut out a couple of audio tracks. It sucks, but that's just kind of how it goes. So yes, this is the game. We're playing the shooter. And then in between missions, we make sure that we level up our stats, check for new weapons. We unlock a total of 8 main weapons, 4 sub-weapons, 2 more consonants, and 1 vowel. In between that, there are also a number of things we have to do to unlock the other 7 characters' endings, which pretty much amount to, well, you have to talk to them you have to talk to every single one of them 8 times over the course of 30 days. And in order for them to actually show up into the cafe to be willing to talk to them, there are things that you have to meet. For some of them, they just show up every 2, 3, 4 days. Easy enough. For some of them, you have to save a bunch of money, which is annoying because you're going to be buying upgrades and power-ups and all that jazz. So having a certain amount of cash in the bank, not exactly the easiest thing to do, especially when you're trying to do this, speed running. Not necessarily a low level, since we do the build that gets you to a normal level, which unlocks higher tier weaponry and such, and extra money. But then you are still a glass cannon, so, higher level, bigger damage, still nothing in defense. That's kind of how you tend to do things here. So yeah, that guy wants you to save money. 2 other people want you to spend all of your money on their things. Fitting, but okay. One of them has you not die for half the game, since we are ostensibly playing the glass cannon version. Again, that's the fun one. That's the one you want to have to do. So, oh, by the way, this boss has a dead spot. Target the A. Doesn't work on the 3rd version, because he throws ships directly into you and they can one-shot you, so that's fun. Yeah, one of them has you not die. One of them is based off of just how many things you've killed. Also good. What are we doing? What am I talking about? So I believe that's the 7. That's pretty much 2-day, 3-day, 4-day. Skip the dialogue, unfortunately. Finish off luck, intellect, anything else goes into defense. Every little bit that we can get going on there. So we go into the cafe. I gotta talk to Ginny, who wants you to not die. She's the ship's resident engineer, and who's the other one? Tessa. Tessa, your childhood friend. And now look at that. She made more things for my ship that I'm not gonna worry about until the end game. And these are all like minor upgrades. It's gonna take a lot of my cash, and I mean you can see it's. Oh, actually, no, that's pretty much just a straight upgrade. Go ahead and not buy you. I'm actually going to go to the hangar and purchase more modules. Getting the engine speed back up as fast as possible is really, really important. Because when you get your ship... she can totally win if you want her to. What am I talking about? Yes. I forgot where I was going with this. I don't know. That's going to happen a lot. It's a 2-hour run. Well, in theory, an hour 45-ish run. So, there's going to be a lot of time to discuss everything. The plot, the weapons, etc., etc. The King and I. Bill Brenner, won an Oscar for that role. And then famously said, I hope this is a mistake because I'm not giving it back. I am full of thoroughly useless information, and my brain will trail off in any one direction just like a bottle rocket until it effectively explodes, and I sincerely hope we've covered everything that we need to by the time my brain explodes. So, let's just go with it. Gonna shoot a lot of things, because everything is giving money, and then, again, the higher intellect and luck increases your money and your drops, which is essentially what you're going to be using to power the ship, because I'm not going to be buying any offensive upgrades, or offensive stats. No offense, no agility, which boosts your secondary stats and, like, your chance to dodge. By the way, yeah, so it's a shooter, but you get a chance to dodge, and as you can see, there's, crit chances and graze. Graze is half damage. It is effectively the miss in this, because how are you going to miss in a shooter? And that's an excellent question. So instead, not MBRs. It could have been, and that would have been sweet, but no. Well, let's not run into that guy. So I don't know. Let's talk about stats in the game, I guess. So yeah, your offense just improves your offense. It's, how hard your weapons hit. And as you level up further and further, you can buy a higher tier of weapons, which is how it is that we overcome that. Agility, in addition to powering up your secondary weapon, your bombs there, it also, on hard mode, the more damage that you take, the lower that your health gets. That's the green bar on the lower left. The lower that gets, there's what's called speed save. It doesn't exist in normal. It only exists in hard. The lower your health gets, the slower you move. Not good for a shooter. As you can see, as I get my speed up, I can start... I can start Gradius skipping through things. It's better against, like, bullets or really just projectiles than it is... what am I saying here? I don't even know. This should be Deadeye and Johnny. Deadeye and Johnny. Okay. And if you're ever lost, talk to Johnny. If you want to play hardcore mode, one-hit kill, you can click on that monitor. I'm not going to do that because I'm not good at this. So, yeah, she tries to kill you at every turn. That's always fun. And I immediately got a spread gun for my troubles, and there's none really worth getting here. And the bombs are kind of crap, so I'm just not going to worry about those either. So we're going to buy more modules. We are nearly at maximum speed, which is when I can Gradius skip through things. And I never remember if it's the wilderness or... No, it's the wilderness. Great, let's move on. Sorry, yes. What are you talking about? So the speed starts getting pretty good. And as you saw, I was skipping through those lasers, which is good fun times. So yes, offense, how hard you hit. It also includes... How hard you hit. It includes your Oh No button, your overdrive, which is increased by hitting things with your weapons. Doesn't do a huge amount, but it's helpful. It also is taking damage is predominantly the way to refill it. Well, I say that, but really, enemies drop items. They can drop experience, money, shields, and overdrive, which that really is the fastest way to do it. But in a pinch, since I have shields, that's the blue bar next to the health, you can... actually bonk yourself against the terrain. That's actually too low for me to demonstrate it there. You can bonk yourself against the terrain, eating your shields up in the process, but it counts as damage against you, and then you see your shields refill, which means that then you can use that to recharge your overdrive. You can eventually get a talent that will cause your overdrive to heal you. Not super useful because it's, well, I mean, it's okay. It's percentage-based, and when you start getting tremendous amounts of health, it's not bad, but there's also talents that will spec a portion of that back into your shields, so you generally just take that instead, and then since your shields are just going to be constantly recharging, you have that little extra health buffer to work with and recharge your overdrive with. Overdrive makes you invincible. It's your oh-no button. You turn it on, and then you do a very minor amount of damage. I could do a lot more with it if I put more points into offense, but again, we're not going to do that, which is funny. It's a shooter. I'm not going to put points into offense. Don't think about that too hard. Agility is your secondary weapons, and trying to not lose a ton of speed when you take damage, which we're the glass cannon. We're going to try to not take damage anyways. And a chance, very low, a chance to just outright dodge attacks sometimes. But again, we're just not going to sweat that. So here's the thing about this boss, is it was coded to be constantly dragging you in if you're using the WASD. But you can also use the mouse, and it's not coded to counteract that at all, so I get to just hang out and not go anywhere. So you can just beat him that way. Defense is also how quickly your overdrive recharges. Oh, and also a damage reduction. Good to know. Forgot about that. So, okay, your accuracy, too. And sometimes the game gives you what's called a miss. One second. What? I just did, wilderness. So, yeah, Jenny and Swig. Jenny and Swig. She's got a new module. That's the reduction I'm okay with. Okay, and you have nothing really of worth to worry about, but I'm going to need a total of 10 weapon levels going into the next one. So that's, so is that 6, 7, 8? I need a level 2. No, more level 3. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so that sets me up there. I can buy more modules at this point. I can get my engine mod, and damage reduction at this point is going to be super low, so I'm just going to take the flat health, and now we move on to the Fortress City. Great. So I have a new weapon. I got a spread. Woo! Does very, very little damage unless you are right in the face of something. So there's pretty much like 3 times I ever really use it, and it's not to get right in the face of something and blow it up with 4 shots. But there are also things like you can see each weapon has different crit rates, accuracy rates, the low, high on their damage, all that jazz. I would be like hovering over them on the bar right now, but that also directly puts me into the ground. So let's not do that. Yeah, these overdrives, those are what fill up the overdrive button a huge amount. But in the case that I don't have it filled up, I can just wall grind. Effectively, the grind mechanic of this game is doing that. So yeah, those grays, that is when you miss. So having a high accuracy means you're not doing half damage, you're doing full damage. Crits are based off of the crit chance of your weapon, and then the higher your intellect is... No, sorry. The higher your luck is, it just adds a huge amount to your crit chance. Like 30% across most weapons. And there are some weapons that innately have no crit chance whatsoever, so giving it a crit chance at all, kind of unfair for double damage. And since they'll also be highly accurate, that means you just tear I'm talking about the laser. When we get the laser, we use that right up until we get the crazy, stupid, busted weaponry. And then even then, we don't really use the crazy, stupid, busted weaponry until we also take a talent that makes it worthwhile. But, yes, no. Crits are nice. There's also another talent that boosts your crit damage by another 25%, which is pretty much always going to be capped, because we're always going to be capping out our luck and intellect. Yes, no, yes. That also affects how much experience you get, how much money you get, how often items appear, how quickly your shields will recharge themselves. See, this is one of those instances where I probably should be using the spread. The issue with that is that, A, those bullets are dumb, and 2, there's also the landmines, which, well, they're kind of fool's gold. We're just going to ignore them because we can just hang back here and the boss is dead. Yay. New skill. Well, you want the explosive crit because that, you know, kills faster. Right. Luck. Intellect. Defense. I could be dumping all those extra points into gun, and by the end of the game, I'd wind up at, like, 50% extra damage, but you usually wind up at about 28%. It's just not really worth it. What am I looking at? What did I just do? How far down am I? Oh, explosive crit and Marantessa. I am able to read correctly. Sorry, I want to actually, you know, unlock everything. So here's the Lizer. Lizer. I don't know why I said Lizer. Whatever. And I completely skipped over the dialogue. Oop, I don't even know what I just bought. What did I just buy? Bombs. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, let's get a super laser then. Can't afford any modules. That's okay. Is it Great Forest or is it Ocean? It is Great Forest, yeah. So we've got the laser. We've got the weapon we're going to be using for about half the game. As you can see, kind of good. It is, in theory, one constant stream. In theory, but if you fly backwards really quickly, you can see it's actually just firing very quickly. But fun little things about the laser. It is always on your plane. So you can actually... there are some enemies that will hide behind walls or appear behind walls, and you can actually do... yeah, you can kind of waver back and forth to catch them like that as you do, which is totally fair and not game-breaking in any way. I'm not foreshadowing the fact that there's going to wind up being a bunch of walls in places, right? Yeah, well, how about, we'll just say Rem Lazar, okay? We got that. We got the Rem Lazar. I think Toad's the only one here that's going to appreciate my referencing that, and I'm not going to give any spoilers for that, but, man, Rich called it, and I can't believe he did. Anyway, sorry, tangents. Bile rocket firing off. Where'd my brain end up? I don't know. It eventually exploded, and we're back on track. I don't want me to explode is the issue. So far, I haven't had to use the overdrive. I might use it, no, I was going to say, how come I haven't used it yet? That's because I've been saving it specifically for this boss, who is the first gatekeeper. Unless you can count to 4, and also know that you have to count to 4. He's one of those things. I keep calling this guy a rocket snake or rocket slime or it's a snail. It is a giant snail that you are fighting in space. His eyeballs will fire bullets at you. His mouth fires larger bullets at you, and occasionally he just says, hell with it, I'm just gonna body slam this guy. So we don't want that to happen. And again, glass cannon. Very easy to outright die. Don't want that to be a thing, so we're not gonna do it. I keep defaulting to singing things in the tune of Fraggle Rock, and I don't know why. It's a rocket snail, clap, clap. Let's not die and kill the snail. It's not a snake, clap, clap. Down at Fraggle Rock. He also doesn't take damage until he actually fully roams in, so that's what, 1, 2... That would be the one. So that was the 4th shot. I wasn't counting the previous shots because I'm dumb. Whatever. So yeah, let's just go ahead and burn it off. So as you can see, great, look at me. Not a huge amount of damage, but you're invulnerable while you're doing it. So good stuff. That's what you want to see. And I'll slowly recharge it on the next stage, hopefully without dying, because nobody wants that. Yeah, this is the first one that always confuses me, and I never know why. Great Forest, Rocket Snail, Ginny and Deadeye. Ginny, Deadeye. Great. Next one's Johnny. I gotta save 50k of moolah. You've got... Okay, shield modules are great, because I don't have much in the way of those right this second. I have a big laser. I will let all of you just giggle at that. We will move on. I try not to buy weapons unless it's like 5 to 10 higher. Words. Fun. Anyways, more modules. I'll get enough money for Johnny. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. I just double that sucker up. That's what you want to see. That was Acid Swamp. We gotta fight the Wisp. Yes. No. Yes. What's correct? And some of the terrain's wonky. to try and... Yeah, you can get, like, just straight up caught in it sometimes. So refilling your overdrive can be a kind of a problematic experience. Like, oh, I think I'll be fine here, and then you get trapped in the inside of the wall, and you just auto-die. And that means your run is over if you're going for 100%. So, not fun. Yeah, right? Like, don't go for the fern. The fern might just murder you. Ferns are dangerous. There we go. Oh, I just straight missed that one. Okay, hey, why not? Not gonna argue with that. So I haven't really allowed the music to play, but that's fine because it's this exact same track for 30 stages. Again, the game was too large for Congregate to be able to have all 3 of the tracks that were written for it put into the game, which is an absolute crime because they're all bangers. And you should go download the OST when I'm done playing this. Yep, see, got caught in the grass a little bit there. You could say we were in the weeds. Yeah! That's probably going to happen a lot. At least the shields recharge. If I was playing one-hit KO, I'd already be dead. But we're just going to keep doing that. I don't desperately need to power up the overdrive for the upcoming boss, but it is the Wisp, who has good, fun, erratic movement, and sometimes if I'm just not paying attention, especially since I do not have the weapon I want for him yet, we haven't unlocked it yet, then it can go kind of badly in a hurry. I'm just going to keep slowly doing that. Well, okay, it'll naturally recharge. It naturally recharges due to your defense skill. Unfortunately, its damage is tied to offense, which means it's never going to do much. But again, free invincibility. And while you're invincible, while doing that, your shields are recharging, and, oh no, I'm invincible. There's things on screen. I'm going to fly through them with my physical body. Hey, why not? So, we're going to go ahead and fight the Wisp. And I'm going to vape. And emit my own Wisp here at the screen. Gotcha. Yay. Skip the dialogue. As you do. Boop, boop, boop. Great. Moving on. In the cafe, Ashley Lewis is Johnny and Swig. Yeah, I did make enough money. I probably wouldn't have if I didn't have the intellect points. So, or luck, whatever. He likes moolah. And, I don't know, we'll eventually start talking about all the characters. Look, you've made a new weapon. Yeah, I got a new secondary weapon that actually kind of fires forward. No, it fires kind of forward. It's the up-down weapon. I need 20 mods for the next one, and nothing hugely that I need to worry about here. Where am I at on mods? Okay, I'm over on mods. So I can actually... I can toy with the idea of better weaponry. I don't desperately need it because I'm never really going to use the machine gun again. The spread I will eventually, so I can still buy a better one for now. And then we'll just get mods. Great. More shields, because there's nothing great that I could dump things into. I mean, I can go ahead and max the reduction, get up to a full 10%, because, I don't know, why not? Correlation. So yeah, I have bombs. Fun things, the bombs actually straight up ignore the terrain, which is useful. This is the up-down, also useful, flies forward, does not ignore the terrain, so I actually have to make sure I'm hitting things, and yeah, see, it'll bonk against a wall, whereas this, you can kind of see, well, I was going to demonstrate it, but I guess I'm not. Well, I thought this was going to save our marriage, but I guess it won't. I don't know why I keep quoting Chorus Line these days. I have no clue. I've been doing it for, like, months. No idea. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get that guy. Yeah, see, it's like they put in this weapon specifically so that you can take out that one guy, and then you're just going to have to deal with him unless you want to play super dangerously, and I do not. Yeah, here you go. See, that'll fly through the terrain. This one, bonk, 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 bonk. And the ship will do the same. So, by and large, I'll just use the mines. It's very few times where I have to use the upshot, like, you know, that. And I can then roll backwards and take you out. Yay! And that guy, too. Yay! I don't really need that. It's a shield. And I don't need to refill my overdrive, so I don't need that either. So, yes, no. 23 minutes in, about the length of the previous run. Haven't even talked about the plot or the characters. Let's go plot. That seems a little bit more important. We're space pirates. Yay! You know, the big bad Federation tying all those planets together and trying to treat them fairly and all that jazz, which, you know, they were for a while, and that naturally breeds people that are like, no, I'm gonna be a pirate. Because anti-authority shenanigans, you know, a bunch of high schoolers trying to be edgelords, whatever. That's not true. That's not in this game. But eventually the Federation started, you know, being very strong-handed about just what they're doing in general to everybody. And so the various pirates are like, ooh, we really don't like what they're doing, so we should probably, like, band together to, stop them from being, you know, the Empire. We don't like that, and we're gonna, you know, I really need to drag this guy lower down because I have to go around him. As the manual says, he's not leashed, so he will follow you anywhere. Good job, Mouse. That was great. Are we gonna kill him? Yes, good, thank you. I'm getting a little nervous. So, some of the pirates, 7 of them, found what is called, what is this one? Is it Jenny and Mods? Jenny and Mods. Tessa. Her name is Tessa. I'll just call her Mods because I gotta buy mods. Yay, what'd you build for me? Regen mod, which is very helpful, except that eventually your intellect boosts that kind of crazy up through the stratosphere anyway. So, well, that's a really big spread. That'll cover me for the boss that's coming up. That's also a really good laser. So, okay, so that's all of our cash, but that's not a huge problem, because I'm also going to need, after this one, my total weapon levels needs to be above 30, and we got it with just those 2 weapons, so we move on to the Frozen Tundra. Yay! So, at some point of time, somebody discovered these little rocks that are just literal star fragments. They did not go to pirate school. Literal star fragments. So the 7 pirate lords banded together and have these it's their well, I'm a pirate lord. Here's my star fragment. You know, one of those. Just let everybody know. Hi, I'm one of the 7 in charge. Here we are. The captain of your ship is Captain Orica. She is one of the 7 pirate lords, and also she has precognition. This is, you know, your space shooter fantasy pirates against the Federation dating sim. Well, just to start getting into spoilers. Yeah, so there's magic, which is equally as mind-blowing to everybody on the crew, except for the ones that use it, as to, you know, you, the viewer. Yeah, you're always wondering, how is it that our captain is so good at outmaneuvering the Federation at every possible turn? It's because she knows what they're going to do. She has a star fragment that augments her powers so that she just straight up knows what's coming, knows how to avoid it, knows where to go, knows what to do. And so the other people in the universe have these... well, the plot kicks off with you getting attacked by the Federation, of course. Turns out that the person on that ship is Captain Nefertiti, who is trying to get those star fragments. And then she shoots you down. She's trying to get the star fragment. You have no luck. She goes looking for one of the star fragments in this local system that you're in. You manage to find it. No, you don't manage to find it first. You find the ship, but then she tries to immediately blast you out of the sky in a cutscene and then takes it for herself. As you do. Crystal Dragon. Clap, 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 clap. Up, down for bullets. Left, right for stalactites. I never remember if it's stalactites or stalagmites. One's on the floor, one is from the ceiling. There's like an alphabetical way of remembering it. I don't know what it is. Just go with it. Whatever. So I've got a really good weapon. I'm just going to blow him up and he's done. Look at that. Yay. Stats, stats, stats. It's good to do those after every single level up to make sure that your crit is as high as it can be and your intellect is actually making sure that your crit damage is as high as it should be. Cafe after Frozen Tundra, Mare, and Deadeye. There's Mare, there's Deadeye. Great. Why is the engineer in here telling me about, oh, right, another super weapon, which is actually really, really good, but We don't need to worry about it. We don't need to worry about weapon levels right this second. I have to have 100k in the bank for the next dialogue with Johnny. So I can buy two. We'll go with 2U. We'll dump the... Well, we don't need to worry about dumping those in regen. We're going to dump those into our shield so we have extra shield. Unless health is a huge thing. Nah, shields are fine. Great. Moving on to the Hidden Ruins. G for ground, that's it, thank you. G for ground and M for nightfall on your head. That's... I know that's not what it is. What did you say it was? Might grow the seal. Okay, so we both went with might. Okay, I gotcha. I was always trying to remember what stalactite. I don't know why. Like, what's the T come into play for? The ground. No. So anyways, yeah, we're just, we're trying to keep ahead of the evil empire who is, flying along, trying to blast us apart, trying to get the star shard that we have, capturing the star shard that we noticed but were unable to get. We're still trying to, like, figure out the communicado that person sent to us, because it turns out it was also a pirate lord and they died, and then they took the star shard. Star fragment, I think, is actually what they called them. So, you know, that's on me. We can laser that guy. There we go. All right. Laser around the corner. That's not how light works. Yes. So the only reason that you're staying ahead of them is because your ship's captain has precognition. And at the beginning of the game, when you get shot down, you land on what's called home planet, and you are saved by that gal that I was just talking to, who is the ship's engineer. And she, like, fixes your fighter, and he's like, wow, you're really, really good at this. Thanks, I never passed my test at the academy. Like, hey, you want a job? Yes? So you just kind of drag her along, and there she is, and she's the engineer. Her name is Jenny. She's wonderful. She has the second most heartbreaking ending in the game. Like, canonically, you've unlocked her ending. It's... When you stop and think about it, your reaction is, ooh, this sucks for everyone. Don't do that. That's bad. Alright, so here I actually have to use the spread. We're going to fight the Angry Router of Doom, who fires a bunch of lasers, and his weak spot rotates between that green dot. And I don't like having to try and find it. It's terrible, and none of my attacks actually have, like, a huge amount of damage behind them, so we just hang back and use the spread. In the hope that I'm able to actually not die due to lasers and actually line up my shots. There's like a sweet spot to try and get the actual landed hits, or sometimes, but occasionally it doesn't want to go that way for me. Okay, great. So yeah, good. It's good to have that extra speed to gradius skip through some of that stuff. What am I doing here? Rapid reload is great, and now we will do that. Okay, so. Yay, so the Empire has finally caught up to us, and they've brought in a capital ship called the Earthwall. Don't like that at all. Where am I at? This was, after Hidden Ruins, Jenny and Johnny. There we go, cool. Yeah, I just said I needed the money, and there it is. Johnny's the bartender. He's a cool guy. We like Johnny. Okay, new mod. What do you have? I don't know. Oh, accuracy. Accuracy, yeah, kind of good. Any desperately good weapons that I have to have? No. And that's not a big upgrade on the laser. It's, yeah, no, that's not huge. But the fact that, you know, my intellect gives me an actual crit rate to it means very, very powerful. I'll go ahead and buy this V-bomb just so I can try to get caught up on weapon levels. I need to get to, 30 on mods for the next one. So I'm behind on mods. Let's grab the mods. We'll do that. We'll boost out our accuracy, which means the laser's not going to be hitting at 100%. Great. Let's go ahead and fight the Earth Wall. First boss. First major boss of the game. So this is a capital ship, like the one that we died to at the start of the game. And I'm just going to eat that bullet because I'm a genius. Hello, mouse. What are you doing? Oh, I dragged it off the screen. Oops, don't do that. Yeah, so we're immediately kind of getting blasted. So this is one of those situations where, yeah, I do want to use the V-bombs to try and keep up with being able to damage it without dying. Unfortunately, sometimes you gotta take things a little slow, or I'll just eat that one. That's fine as well. Ow. Bile Rats, I should probably be chasing you up to continue damaging you, but since I'm playing very, very smartly today, we're going to not do that. I was going to say, I should be able to weave between those, dodge you, finish you off with the bombs. Hey, stop taking those hits, me. Great. Yay. So that's another capital ship, which was actually led into a trap by Nefertiti, the one we were just talking about. Swig and Tessa, Swig and Tessa. There they are. Weapons lab. Ow! So, yeah, we've got the endgame weapon now. And there's none in the shop. That is garbage. What are you doing to me here? So I need a total weapon level of 60 after this stage. So we've got 12, 27, I'm good at math, 36, 46, was that 53, 54, 55, just, I don't know, buy something, I need a +5, right? I'm good at numbers, I'm very good at numbers, that actually pretty much finishes off all I'm going to need on that anyways. Great, I've talked to everybody I need to. Moving on! What am I doing? So, yeah, you can, The weapon that we wind up using for the end game is you literally throw saws in the middle of space, which then turn right around and fly back at you and do a huge amount of damage. Their accuracy is low, so they are very likely to graze, so they'll do half damage. Problem is, the top end is tremendous. They have a high crit rate, which is boosted even higher by my natural crit rate. And even more fun is the extra high crit bonus damage that I get from the intellect and luck, which means it absolutely mangles enemies. And if you line yourself up correctly, especially against bosses, right at that point where it's doing the turnaround, it tears through everything. You eventually get a talent that allows you to throw your weaponry super far. So you can actually hang back over here and be able to actually use them effectively. So I keep using the word effectively. Does this effectively hide my thunder? Bottle rockets, kids. Just remember, you're listening to the dying throes of a brain and its misfiring of synapses to whatever just happens to, I don't know, work its way into the picture and then immediately explode and disappear. Anyway, so what am I talking about? I don't know. So that capital ship that we blew up was another, turns out it was another pirate lord who was summoned here to, by a mysterious communicado, to have a word with our pirate lord, Arica. And the two of them are there sitting there discussing, and then they realize, oh, you didn't call me here, I didn't call you here, Nefertiti called us here so that she could take both of our star shards and kill us both in one fell swoop. Great. Hey, Deuce. That's you. You're the main character. By the way, his name is Deuce. That's his picture in the bottom left. Hey, Deuce, you need to get out of here now because you're going to die. Like, that doesn't sound very good. I don't like that at all. And then she just comes in and tears through a capital ship. Not fun. You know, we'll go ahead and use these. This should, even at level 1, I think that's going to be faster than the laser. Well, maybe not. Let's see how fast the laser goes. No, the laser's going to be faster. But if I had any levels in the saw mines, it would probably be better. Yay. So you then jump to a very, very, very far away location from where that ship was. And the only reason she doesn't immediately track you down is because she gets caught up in paperwork. Hey, I'll take it. I don't care. I'm good with that. Evade mod, good deal. What am I doing? I need 150k for Johnny. As you can see, the money's starting to get out of hand, so that's not a big issue. Saw mine, saw mine, saw mine, saw mine. All right. Oh, I should have shown you how much the damage increase is going to be. Well, huge amounts. Incredible amounts. I'm probably just going to use the saw mines now. Either that or... Well, I'm also going to want the point Crush. Crush is actually ridiculously good, too. It kills the final boss about as fast as... whatchamahoozies, as the saw mines. In fact, I didn't even have a fully powered up version, so it might be slightly faster. It's just it's wildly unsafe. Here's why. Look, it's big damage and then the explosion. If you can get it so that things are just in the explosion, they die super quick. but short range, and if it just hits something and impacts there, not a tremendous amount of damage. So, plus the final boss has a bunch of drones that are just literal, they're called shields. They just flop out in front of your shots. Not very useful, not good to take out the boss. Thankfully, saw mines ignore everything and can fly through them, so very useful there. We like that. I'm just going to fly into that guy. That's wonderful. Do that. Do exactly that. Saw mines, great. Busted. Short range, kind of annoying. That's why you eventually take that talent that lets you have... really just makes the saw mines better and not really useful for anything else. But because these are so good, we use these. So laser for now, until I get long shot, which isn't happening for a while. So I'm going to hang out mid-screen, which is unsafe. But things die faster, yes. So, star shards are now in Nefertiti's hand. She has, 3 of them. There is another one in this sector somewhere. And we're still trying to figure out what's going on with the other pirate lords, where are they at, what's happening, and what do the star shards do? Well, okay. Nefertiti, as you can probably guess by her name, is an Ifrit. So she is a magical creature who at one point of time, yes, they would grant wishes. And she really doesn't like doing that. Like, nobody in her race, of all the genie races in this game, of which there are 4, none of them really cared about doing that. They're like, well, I want my wish. Well, I want my wish. And they've been locked in perpetual combat for millennia. And star shards empower them. Yay. So they want that. That's what they want to do. Because at some point of time, their planet exploded. And those few that managed to, get away from the planet while it was exploding survived it. And they actually have to have that. They have to be able to return to their planet. Otherwise, their body's going to dissipate and they die. So they... it kind of sucks. All the ones that managed to survive the death of their planet are pretty much just staring down the barrel of going to die anyways. They don't like that. Nefertiti has figured out a way back to where it was and desperately wants to do that. Is this Maranjani? Maranjani, great. Weapons lab, what you got? Okay, I don't want to know what she just blew up. Oh, she gave me missiles. Good, I want missiles. Missiles are good. Don't need the extra saw mines. That does set me on the laser. At the bare bones, you need to get to 25 on each one of these to unlock her final dialogue. There's also a spread, so I'm just going to finish that off. We're also going to need, excuse me, need to get to 40 mods here coming up in a bit. I don't need to worry about the evade right this second, so we're generally fine. And those missiles that I just unlocked, which means it's jungle maze. Okay, so yeah, look, I finally have a secondary weapon that fires forward. I've also taken a talent that allows them to crit, and then I will get a secondary talent that doubles their fire rate. I think I do. I don't remember if that's the one that I take. I don't know. Well, I'll burn that bridge when I cross it. Anyways, here I am in the jungle maze. It's where you'll stay for the rest of your days. It's your problem-free philosophy. Something Hakuna Matata. I'm trying to mix up like Jungle Book and Lion King. We're trying to make the Jungle King is what we're doing here. And I'm also going to be trying to abuse the lack of terrain respect that the bombs will use. Right. Yes. No. Yes. So star shards, you want them because they power up the magical wish-granting genies of this sci-fi shooter that suddenly has magic thrust into it. So yeah, everybody just kept warring and their planet exploded, and those that weren't on the planet survived. That's generally how that works, but go with it. So Nefertiti wants to collect enough star shards to be able to recreate a portal to take her back home. And she is willing to blow up an entire solar system to do it. She causes the moon to explode, or the sun to explode, because as an Ifrit, she her power is inherently controlling fire, as you do. So they were constantly locked in a battle with the Djinn. The Djinn, the Dijon, the mustard people. She was constantly locked in battle with them. They were the ones that were constantly fighting. Ginny? I don't know. Whatever. They control wind, and I guess that's a bit of a spoiler. So the engineer of your ship is named Ginny. Yeah, she's a Dijin. Controls wind. Is trying to desperately stop. Well, she doesn't hugely care about, like, oh my god, I have to stop Nefertiti. It's more like, oh my god, I don't want you to kill everyone again, so I'm going to try to do what I can to stop you. As you do, which is kind of important. So what do we got? Not much. When do we want it? Huh? Ginny and Swig. Ginny and Swig. So yeah, she has an affinity for handling this stuff. Was I supposed to get 240? Oh no! Oh. Well, I'll be able to get more after the next stage. Checking in the weapons lab. Nothing hugely there that I need to worry about. Neon City? Is it the Neon City? It is the Neon City. Okay. Yay. Sorry. What am I talking about? Need to be using the forward firing one. Stems is better. She's not trying to stop her. She's not trying to also collect star shards and then, oh my god, that way we save the universe. No, it's more like, I'm trying to just not let you have these. So the other pirate lords, as you're just sitting here on the ship, by the way, the captain, she blew up on the Earth Wall. I think I mentioned that already, but she's gone. So now you're also in charge of the ship, and you're the one calling all the shots and trying to desperately figure out what's going on. Not everybody on the crew is huge about that, but that's fine. Eat it, Mose. Eat it, Mose. Eat it, Mose. But that's fine. You eventually sway them with your impeccable piloting skills. And actually, being a good person and all that jazz. Not to say that the previous captain wasn't a good person, but, like, she had precognition. You're flying blind. And everyone's like, okay, so we're just going to trust the guy who's going on a hunch. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and trust the guy going on a hunch. Why not? Good times, good times. The other pirate lords, as it turns out, so yeah, you had Arca, you had the guy who died on the ship, you had that lady who died right out of the gate at the start of the game and you didn't see her. I'm trying to remember who some of the other ones are. I just remember who has the star shards. Because you're trying to find one of the star shards here. Spoilers, that doesn't go well. Swig, the drunken panda who I haven't talked about yet, who, while you're constantly out here on these missions, shooting stuff, he's the one that is drinking heavily and manning all of the banks of weaponry on the ship. So that's what he does. Very fun. And he's the other pirate lord. So he's got the other star shard. He just walks around, just places on the table. Here's the last one. Like, you could have told me about this. Like, look, we don't talk about it much. Besides, my entire crew's dead. Because you remember that part where I grew up on a planet called Bamboo that got destroyed when Ifriti blew up that entire solar system? Yeah, well, they're all gone. Long shot. There we go. Now I can use the saw mines with effective efficiency. Oh, I need one more module. Thank you. All right. And now, just like that, Tessa's here. Yay! I've already got the 100 weapon levels, so Deadeye will just talk to me. Now I get to go to the Forest of Life again, murder, death, kill, blah, 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 save up 200 grand. I will be able to get a certain amount of that ready to go. Charge is okay. I use it kind of on this boss upcoming, but other than that, I pretty much want to get to 25 on things I'm going to be using, and, 25 on things I'm not going to be using. So that covers the machine gun. I'm never going to have to buy a machine gun again. Bombs? Is that the cheapest bomb? That kind of sucks. I can't even afford it. Wow. Well, especially since I need 200k for the next one, because I've got to talk to Johnny. Yay. Go to the place, please. Thank you. Right, so now that we have, there we go. Now that we have Longshot and a decently powerful saw mines. We're going to be able to use that instead. This guy'd probably die faster to to the laser, but that's fine. I'm not going to sweat that. We're going to go ahead and... Because a lot of the times with the saw mines now, it's line up your shot, fire it, that guy's probably dead, and you move on. Yes, no, yes, what are we doing? Yeah, that guy, dead. That shot will eventually come back to haunt him. I haven't had to use overdrive in a while, that's fine, because I'm once again reminding myself, oh yes, we're going up against the rocket snail, aren't we? Right, yes. Things get a lot, since we're in effectively round 2 of the same series of bosses. The stages change, the bosses stay the same, but they get more powerful and they get more abilities during the 3rd run. And it gets very, very much more difficult on the 3rd run through of all of these stages. Yay, no, yes, what am I talking about? I don't know, stages and stuff and fun. And I keep trying to look all the way over to be able to read chat, and I keep forgetting to. And then I realize I'm playing a shooter. I should probably not do that. What am I doing? Yes, Grey Poupon. I don't even remember where I made that joke. Oh, I was talking about Ginny. The gin. The mustard. Yeah, Swig, Drunken Panda, lost his entire homeworld when he blew up the star system it was in, blew up the sun from it. And he's also a pirate lord, and he has the star shard. So he just rolls up, hands it to you. Great. Nefriti eventually, I think after this stage, finds that 4th star shard because actually you find it, and then she rolls up on you and is like, yeah, look, I'll spare you if you just leave, and I'm going to take that. So you try to shoot her, and she's like, you're an idiot, don't do that. And then you try to shoot her again, like, I'm going to kill you. I'm taking the star shard. Run the hell away, you annoying little man. And then you eventually do. But you don't learn your lesson, and you try to do it again later when she's powered up further. Because, your character is a little headstrong, just a bit. He has to be taught by his coworkers. Look, don't rush in and just try to shoot everything, bruh. Sometimes you have to, live and run away, and he's not too smart about that. Is this just the Johnny? It is just the Johnny. That is the only one that you talk to on this run. There's a second one where you only talk to Swig, and those are the ones that always throw me off. Weapons Labs coming up is not Weapons Labs. Eventually is going to be mods. Oh, I guess I should check for saw mines. It's always good to actually have a good powerful saw mine there. Charges, kind of crap. Is that the only charts that you've got? That sucks. I don't want that. Also, let's see, V-Bomb. Well, that takes care. I'm never going to have to buy V-Bombs again. I don't have to buy machine guns again. Crush, laser. No, laser's already there. And I don't really need the bombs. So keep going back to more mods. Because there's always fun things you can be getting with your mods. I don't desperately need the shields, so we can get 5 on items, which equates to more money. Evade, not hugely important. It's, did I evade the thing? And the question is, maybe I did. Who knows? I don't. Yes. So, evil genie trying to collect enough chunks of a star that exploded so that she can have enough power to create a wormhole called the Book of Gates through all of time, and actually, as it turns out, all of space, and as it turns out, all of time. Don't think about it. To be able to try and get back to a location that, by all rights, shouldn't exist, but does. And then when she does, the bad things happen because there's a 3rd section of the game. But we'll burn that bridge when we cross it. Who haven't we talked about yet? Jenny, she's a genie. She builds stuff for the ship and your ship and fixes the engines and so on and so forth. And since she is also a genie, that means she does need to return to the planet or else she will wind up dying. She's not hugely concerned about that. She wants to actually, take care of her friends and, just live her life because she realizes, well, I'm going to die eventually. I don't have a huge problem with it. I'm having fun. I'm helping out friends. I'm doing good things here. I'm not going to Not going to go ahead and massacre billions of people to try and go home. I'm just going to live my life because that seems like a slightly more sane way of going about things. Johnny's your bartender. He loves lots of money-making schemes. He's constantly trying to sell you things. He makes food that everybody actually likes. Serves drinks to your big old buddy, the Drunken Panda, who apparently fires the ship's cannons better while drunk. Don't think about that. Whatever. I don't know. It's thoroughly ingrained in panda culture. It's lots of drinking. That is the justification that we are given, and I am going to go with it because I am not a big drunken panda, so I will trust everything that he says. All right, we're going to fight the Wisp. I'm going to drink some coffee. Whoop. I did not try to knock over my coffee. You heard nothing? Didn't happen. The one downside to long shot is that you are sitting here thinking, am I in the right spot to be able to hit you? It turns out I wasn't. I was also slightly distracted by, did I spill anything? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Let's play the game again. Swig and mare, swig and mare. Hey, Swig, what's trouble you? Oh, and I did that sentence got away pretty quickly. And then there's Mare. What is it ringing in the background? I don't know. That's not my tinnitus, so I have no idea what's going on there. The scatter shot. Good weapon. And there's an immediate 25. So we're done with the scatter shot. That was easy. What's the lowest crush? Oh, I gotta get mods to 50. What am I doing? Okay, so we're close. So we can go ahead and finish off Evade. We'll dump the rest into shields. And what the heck is next? Ocean City? Ocean City, off we go. Great. So I had that previous forward-firing 2 missiles at a time, kind of good. Now I fire 3 that are just kind of scattershot. So far less damage, and they just kind of fire every which way but loose, but it's the kind of thing where I don't have every single enemy spawn memorized in this game. That's 30 stages of crazy. I don't really feel like doing that. So instead, I'm just going to have the scattershot do a lot of the heavy lifting for me, and the kind of fire and forget saw mines also do a very large amount of lifting for me. And then having said all that, I'm now going to vape, because I have been talking fairly consistently all the time for nearly an hour, which is just one of those things that I kind of do. Thankfully, I learned to curtail it when I was at my job. Or, not when I was at, but when I am at my job. I mean, I was at my job, and I still am. Just not right this second. Anyways, I'm vaping. Woo! That's a lot of overdrive. Which I have, thankfully not had to use. See, that's pretty much the final key to speeding up absolutely every last bit of this, in addition to just, cleaning up faster menus, and I'm playing a little bit fast, well, not fast, I'm playing a little bit slower and loosey-goosey to try and explain what it is that I'm doing and why it is that I am doing it, as opposed to, alright, so I just did 27 things and 4 stages are over, so let's talk about whatever. No. Trying to give you the full experience, the enjoyability to hopefully make people go, I actually kind of want to play this, which is, halfway through the game, you're like, I don't really want to play the game. I just want to get to the next round of dialogue and talking to people. And the writing's great, by the way. You really should go out of your way and play it. Like I was saying earlier during setup, every time I casually play this game, or just trying to reroute or whatever, yeah, no, exactly. Especially if it's coffee. Every time I'm playing this, I'm like 5 to 6 stages in, I'm like, I'm just going to start reading the dialogue again. As you do. Thankfully, Scatter also hits pretty far behind you, as does the saw mines. Both are very useful in that regard. Yeah, see, the offense and secondary, they still passively get up there a bit. I don't desperately need the defense is the thing. So, Jenny and Tessa. Oh, I think that's the last Ginny, too. That is the last Ginny. Great. So, if I die, it no longer ruins the run, is what's going on there. Wait. That wasn't... Was that... No, that was Ginny and Deadeye. Okay, well, I can swap them. I can swap them, because I'm an idiot. Because I meant to buy the 3 here. So this next one is going to be Tessa and Johnny. So that's on me. I need to make sure that I hold on to the money that I have. Which means no buying weapons. Which means going right in and fighting the Crystal Dragon. Okay, quick on the fly. And I don't think that will affect the end game. I just didn't pay attention to what I was supposed to be buying right there. Or what I should have done for... There was a previous run I had of this where I said I was going to do 100%, and I actually, in that exact same spot right there, I bought the, I realized, and then bought the mods, and then didn't go back to the cafe and talk to anybody. So at the end of the game, when I'm staring at 3 people, and you can only talk to 2 at a time, I'm like, oh. That was a bit of a kick in the pants. Anyways, that's why I listed it as any percent / 100%. If I wind up doing something stupid like that, I really just need to clean up my notes. If I wind up doing something stupid like that, well, you'll still get most of the endings. I just, the secret ending is everybody gets their wishes at the end of the game. By the way, you wind up granting wishes at the end of the game. You don't become a genie. You actually, when I finish explaining the plot, we're still going over an hour in. I haven't finished explaining the plot or all of the characters. When I get to that point, then I will probably wind up explaining, I don't know, even more at the time. Where was I? What am I talking about at this point? What led me to this lack of train of thought is what my parents frequently said when I was growing up. And then they just, we got 2 other kids, we're fine. That's probably a joke. Anyways. Sorry, yes, no. Self-deprecation. It's the best kind of deprecation. I was able to get that money. And I immediately got a shield refill. I like it. Scatter also, those mines, missiles, the secondary weapon. They also just ignore terrain. Pretty useful in a lot of stupid places like this. There are a lot of little things that you might not be able to hit. So... we want that. Crystal Dragon, clap, 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 clap. What am I doing? Really just, I'm just going to sit there and tank that shot from you. Thank you very much. I like how the boss is established. He gets to immediately start firing at me, and I can't do nothing about it. Up, down to avoid those. Left, right to avoid stalagmites. You would think it would be a thing that I would just remember to do better, but I never do. Tessa, Johnny. Correct. Tessa, Johnny. Okay. We should be back on track. Alright, I got a wave cannon. Yay. I want to get that to at least 25. What's the minimum on any of these? Well, I guess a 37's going to have to go, isn't it? I need better bombs. Well, there's a 26. That covers the bombs. That's done. I've seen no missiles yet. Nope, I have. It's fine enough. That's good, that's good, that's good. I haven't seen a good crush yet, and that's not going to lose sleep over. That's not enough of an upgrade to justify getting the saw mines. I mean, you can see it's not a huge upgrade. Yay. I haven't seen any charges. And the wave's done. Well, no, there's the charge. Charge is done. I could buy 1. Well, then I'll dump you into money. That was Forgotten Runes for the Monolith. Yay. So, I never got anything over a level... No, I guess I do have a level 26 charge. That might actually be viable to try and use against this. This is the Angry Router of Doom with the swapping weakness point. So in that particular instance, you can hang back and slowly whittle him down with your spread shot. Or you can use what I haven't shown it yet, the charge weapon, which is big. It does a lot of damage. Since it swaps after every single hit, this is that wave gun. It also, it's straight out of Metroid. It's a wave gun. It is going to just pass through everything. There it is. It's good stuff. We like it. as Kirk Cousins famously said, you like that. There's one more weapon. It's a hidden weapon. There's no cutscene with it. It just shows up in the shop, and we're going to need that before one particular stage during the third run-through. Gonna want it. Gonna have to try and get it. All that jazz. Yay. What am I doing? What am I talking about? I don't even know anymore. It's really good to try and pace yourself backwards as when certain enemies like that come in, so that the saw mine is just in it. It doesn't hit him twice. It's just constantly tearing through him, as you do. Yeah, like this. Except I didn't go far enough back. Now I gotta match him. Don't eat the bullet. Great. Yay! Its damage is pretty good. We like it. I never remember which one to go through. Top, middle, bottom. I think middle just has more rocks. I'm going to grab this money because I want to. It's largely just rocks, and everything else is just things on the top and on the bottom. Nothing major in the way of problematic enemies. I hate seeing those up there. You can Gradius skip through sections of the stage like those, but it's really hard to do it. More often than not, you just kind of get stuck and take a ton of damage, and we don't really want to do that, so missed him entirely. Let it fully charge and then pop into him. Yay! As you can see, even with the crits there, kind of really big damage. Ooh, I even got the double. Love it. Oh, wow. Didn't need to do that. Blam. Thank you. Go for another double. Nope. Just right back where he was. Okay, that's fine. New skill. Power crit. I will take it. I want that. So, yeah. These two are now so overpowered and holding the 7 of the star shards. 6 for Nefertiti. Or 6. 4 for Nefertiti, 3 for Ginny. They don't need ships. They're just floating out in space having a conversation. Let's not go out there and try to fight anybody. That doesn't sound like that's going to end well for any of us. Let me see. What did I just beat? What did I just do? Monolith. So just swing. It's only swing. Yes, he's a pirate lord. I already covered that. That is no longer a spoiler. So I'm going to be waiting for charge, but that's not going to appear on any of these. That is a giant saw mine. I want that. There's your damage comparison there. That's pretty big. Yeah, gimme. Did I get a crush? Crush is guarded. That's pretty close to, well, no, I'll just take the 25. So that's done. Done on Crush. Now I have to get up to 60 on mods. That's not very useful. Actually, I don't even really need... yeah, we'll go for the 5. Why not? I do have to... Are we taking on the Firebolt? Yeah, we're taking on the Firebolt. So I don't want Moolah. I don't need item. I don't need... I don't know a lot of this. We're going to dump this into health. Just to play this safe, because, well, remember that ship that killed you at the very start of the game? Here it is. Because Nefertiti is not on board, she doesn't have, like, the targeting system set out there to just immediately destroy you, and, like, every single one of these lasers would one-shot you. Well, they don't at the start. They do, like, canonically. Like, you don't roll up on it. She will kill you. She took out an equal-sized capital ship, the Earthwall. Just, like, those lasers just tore through it. So, you, in your little pea shooter here, probably go die. So, the only reason you're able to take this thing on right now is because she's not on board supercharging all of the lasers. And we're kind of thankful for that. And I am doing a wonderful job of surviving everything right now. That's why I took the extra health. There's shields. I want the shields. Oh my god. I want to not die. I'm going to have to use the oh no button. Am I going to survive? That is the question. Am I going to survive? No! Right back in. I don't have my oh no button. That's the other problem right now. Don't have an overdrive set up, and I don't really feel like tanking a bunch of shots to start trying to power that up. So let's just see if I can do this normal and vanilla. So far, it's looking like no. Ow. Yeah, occasionally it fires out little drones that will drop items, but not exactly common and definitely not something you're going to want to try to rely on in this fight. Got the weird hiccup right there. So, yeah, there. No item. See, there you go. Oh, there's an item. It's money. Yay. This is one of those instances where I do legitimately feel like maybe Crush would outplay it, but I don't know. See, now I'm back up on the overdrive because of an item. Let me sit in that laser. I'm sure that is exactly how I'm going to be able to survive all of this. Pretty much like the second it looks like I'm in trouble. Ooh, the lucky miss. Ha I can't believe I had a death, but that's fine. Look, we got her. Yay! Yes, we did. Now we, well, okay. So Nefriti creates the portal to where the planet was. Notice all these chunks of everything. That was the planet. So I need, hang on. Mare Tessa? Oh, that's why you gotta make sure you talk to Tessa that quickly. Okay, so it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be Mare and Deadeye. Okay, so that's fine. We should still be on the correct routing for all of that. The next one's going to be Tessa, and it's going to be all the mods. So I can return item, a little extra into money. I'm going to want to keep some of the health, but yeah, let's put those into shields, because at least those recharge. Weapons lab. So now we're going to be looking for a hidden item called chain. They don't tell that right there was you telling, oh no, there's going to be a secret weapon. It might show up occasionally. Like, thanks. Very helpful. Yes, we love it. Missiles are low, but I should be able to make up for it with extra levels and other things. In theory. Yes. So no. What's next? Next after this is Johnny and Deadeye, which is 110 weapon levels. We pretty much have that. So. And I need 300. We'll take the life back. We need 300 in the bank for Johnny. We should have that. But this is where things start getting a lot more difficult because we're now in phase 3. Everything has more health and hit a ton harder. Like, I just put extra into health and extra into shields. If I take a hit there, it's probably going to take like half of my life. So let's try to not have that be a thing. I can't believe I lost. Firebolt. I feel so dumb. Anyways. So Nefriti makes the portal. Goes back to her planet. The planet's been destroyed. And even worse, remember that part where I said that they were a race of creatures that could just kind of create or make wishes, but they were all just kind of making wishes for themselves, so they're constantly fighting amongst each other. They can grant wishes for other people if they wanted to. All of that was predicated upon the power of the wishing star, or Starwish. Hey, look, we finally got to the title of the game over an hour in. In order for regular people to be able to have their wishes granted, you have to have like incredible amounts of willpower, or you have to have a genie just grant it for you. Such as Ginny or Nefriti, or one of the water ones, a Merid, or a or the traditional Earth one, which is a Janny. So I'm listing those names off because two of the characters I haven't talked about yet is Mare. Spoilers, she's a Merid, she's another genie. And Johnny, the bartender, who is the oldest of them all. He has thousands and thousands and thousands of descendants across the universe. He's the Janny, I should say. He's the Earth one. He's the one that figured out how to actually get away from the planet and survive for long periods of time. And it's also why he's constantly embroiled in money-making schemes, because he's trying to take care of all of those family members that he hasn't really paid attention to throughout the years. So, this guy will also throw drones into random spots, so the dead spot still kind of works, but occasionally he'll throw a ship right into and you might just one-shot you. So, we don't want that. We're just going to hang out right here and hope that, whoa! Listen here, mister. We don't want that. Don't you do that. Right. Who am I supposed to talk to this time? It's got to be Tessa. I already lost where I was at. Tessa and Johnny. Great. Well, I also hadn't talked about Tessa, but she's a childhood friend of yours. The two of you were on a spaceship. Not a spaceship. Oh, by the way, Jenny's now gone, and Nefriti, unfortunately, is now your engineer. Yay. I need a chain. I need a chain. You don't have a chain. Butts. Anything great to get? I mean, that's not bad on the saw mines. I mean, really, just every little bit, and I've got a ton of cash, so I might as well. I'm going to get to 70 on the mods now, just hang out and get that extra experience. Excuse me, what am I doing? Remains of Lucerne. I did talk to everybody in the cafe. Great, let's move. Excuse me. Sorry. Nefertiti creates the portal. Jenny tries to stop it, and then she notices, well, they both do, like, wait, where's the planet? Why are there chunks of planet at whatever it is that we're looking at? Oh, no. Okay, I'm in the wrong location. I have to have a chain before going into the remains of Lucerne. There's no chains here. So this is what we get to do real quick. There's no easy way to refresh these. No chain. Moving on. I guess I could just go to the Forbidden City. I hate the Forbidden City, though. It also throws off where my notes are. So I'm just going to do this real quick. We need a chain. Give me a chain. There we are. Thank you. Good enough. So chain is interesting. Here's chain. Doesn't that look impressive? There's a reason that we need it. It hits anything around us. Now, it's obviously not powerful, but this is a location where we start running into huge amounts of asteroids that are like this, and it also does cause slowdown, but that's fine. Asteroids that are like this, but they also, quite unfortunately, start appearing kind of beneath you and behind you, and there's not much that you're going to be able to do to clear them out, outside of, I guess, just... because you cannot tank those hits. You've already seen how much damage I've taken. So the only real way to be able to clear through a lot of this stuff... God, it's not even powerful. It's not powerful enough for me to be able to clear through things. Oh no, I need a better chain. Let's see if 10's enough. Also would have helped if I'd actually, blown up all this stuff ahead of time so I didn't have to worry about having a chain that's doing, like, no damage. So I can focus only on the asteroids. Because there are things that are going to be in front of me, behind me, above me, below me, that I need to have, that I need to be able to... You can't easily target them. So you're going to have the chain here to be able to move through them, because you cannot tank the hits from them. You have to be able to get through them like that. Because if I were to try to fly through one of those asteroids, I'm dead. It'll just kill me. And we don't want that. Oh, the slowdown is real. Come on. Either that or just have a ton in the way of secondary weaponry and hope that's enough to be able to plow through them. But there's, like right here, it's down and behind you. They're not really going to fly. So we just get to deal with the slowdown until I'm able to work through enough of you. Thank you. No. Okay. Could somebody please just clip the most amazing skip I've ever done? Remember how I said you could get stuck in the terrain? I legitimately thought I was just going to be dead. I'm not. I can't believe that worked. I can't believe I'm alive after that. So I need higher than a level 10 chain. This is what I'm learning. This is what I'm figuring out. I mean, because even the overdrive's not going to do enough damage to plow through these things. It's just not. And chain is obviously a lot better for weak little ships, as you can see. The asteroids have a ton of health. It's very useful if I'm able to just, fire the saw mines or anything that can ignore the terrain or destroy the terrain. Those are the fun things. Those are what you want. Enjoy the lag. Or I'll just do this to, because that kills a lot faster. Great, mining ship. So he has some lasers and a ton of asteroids, and I have things that are going to ignore the asteroids. That's how it works. There's more asteroids during round 3. As you can see, it's just a little bit more hectic. Not huge opportunities for me to be able to easily get in and do all the damage, which, frankly, I should probably be using the laser in a lot of these instances. Either that or just overdrive and just plow through all of the asteroids coming at me. But all that and long shot means I actually managed to survive long enough to be able to do real damage. Yay! Yeah, I'm not even under level. I'm at the level you should be right now to make all of that happen. So, okay, remains of Lucerna's Neferidi and Swig. Great, so we finally get to start talking to Neferidi and Swig. So that is the last Swig that we need to talk to. Okay, what am I doing? Next is going to be mods for Tessa, which is 70. We're already there. Any good weapons? Wave, no. Crush. Saw mine. Saw mine? Saw mine? Saw mine? Oh, +1. That's dumb. Well, missiles are just done then. Wave is, that's not wave. I don't need to worry about the wave anymore. I only really need to worry about saw mines and scatter, it looks like. And chain, but that's going to come into a little bit later. Yay. Oh, and a good charge for when I fight the one dude again. No, because I wind up using spread for that, so I'll just buy the spread. Sorry, I'm getting lost in my own head over here, as is what you do. Death Jungle. Death Jungle. Death Jungle. It's the jungle. Jungle that's full of death. This is the one that has the living eye. It sucks you in. Yeah, see, it kind of works. Anyways, don't need to worry about overdrive or any of this. So, where was I on the plot? I don't even know anymore. Look, we get teleported out here. The planet's dead. We're slowly moving our way towards something. A big, giant something. Remember that part where I said your normal average person can't make wishes? Well, here's the problem, is that Johnny actually made one of the first wishes. Well, he made, not one of the first wishes, but he made the first wish with tremendously bad consequences. He wanted the little folk, like us, non-genie related people, to be able to also have their wishes heard. In order to do this, the wishing star had to power itself up to allow little people to have their wishes heard and possibly granted as well. Now, the wishing star is the one that grants the wish. The thing that hears the wish is what's called Iblis. It is the connection between, hey, I really want this, and I heard that, and I will now grant it. It's a giant cloud that also got powered up when hearing all of these wishes. And it grew sentience, and kind of like that horrifying thought experiment of what if you could read people's minds, but you can't turn it off, so all you hear is everyone's thoughts forever. Yeah, it's that, but everyone's wishes, and Iblis wants to shut that off. And it's not very creative, so the best way that it figured that out is I'm going to destroy all sentient life. So that's that is what is going to happen. The planet doesn't exist anymore, but Iblis does, and it is absorbed. It has absorbed the 7 star shards, and is slowly regaining enough power to then just wish everything gone forever. It's going to create a gate back out to our universe. And then it is going to just destroy all sentient life. So that's what we're going to fly towards, is a giant cloud larger than a planet that wants to wish everyone dead. Doesn't that sound like fun? So we're going to have to go stop that. All right, Cafe, what was I looking at? Living Heart, Neferidi, and Tessa. Oh, no, it's not Tessa, it's going to be Deadeye. Is this the correct Deadeye? I don't even know anymore. Hang on, where am I at? Well, it should be. I assumed it is. Yay! At least it certainly better be. Okay, chain saw mines. I'm really chain saw mines. Good saw mines, no chain, no charge. Yay, well, I'll buy those saw mines. I'm also going to need to get... No, I'm at 70, so I'm done on mods, and I'm pretty much done on weaponry. So the next one's just going to be making sure I have enough money for Johnny, and I've already spent all that, so that's fine. We're just going to dump more into shields, as you do. That was Death Jungle? That was Death Jungle. So we do Forbidden City now. Yes. Sorry. Words are hard. So I'm going to vape. No, I'm not. I'm going to have some coffee, because I tried to knock it over earlier. Crap. This is one where I need to have a good chain. Thankfully, it's not asteroids. Things die faster, but since they start plowing you into these walled-off sections, this is where chain starts to come and play again. That's why I was looking for the chain. I can go ahead and kill you and you with those real quick. Oops. You can't even really effectively see where the walls are unless you let your shields recharge all the way up, so you can see that little blue aura. And you can see if it's hitting a wall like that, then you know, oh yeah, I can't go there. Yay. Fun! So, I don't really know what else to say at this point. I don't know. So yeah, no, big, giant, super powerful, wish-granting conduit that has gained sentience now wants to kill everything because it's tired of listening to people ask for things. So that's the final boss of the game. Doesn't that sound like fun? And it lacks creativity, so it's just creating the things that we are remembering most recently, which is all of those enemy ships that we've been fighting. So there they are. That's what we're fighting. That's what we're dealing with. And then eventually you go up against a creature larger than a planet. That's, come on, what are you doing to me, game? Why are you dragging him into walls again? I'm very tired of it. I don't want it anymore. I would like to see a shield drop. Well, I don't really need the shield drop anymore. Okay. Yay. Sorry. Yeah, as somebody was saying earlier, yeah, no, playing and also commentating at the same time. Yikes! City Master. Oh, right. So, in addition to being a butt with the bullets and the lasers, the mines, I should say, City Master also now has a giant homing bullet. 'Cause why not? Just why not? I'd grab the shields and immediately take that damage. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? I'm gonna do... no! Come on! Oh, you can double click to activate the thing, and I didn't. No, those are worth it. Oh, well, at least deaths aren't a thing that I desperately have to worry about anymore. Really, if anything, I just want another chain. Okay, that was dumb of me, but that's why the estimate is what it is. Don't look like we're going to world record anymore, though. I think I'm 7 minutes over. Probably not going to happen, then. I'm going to go ahead and call a good hunch on that one. No. Stab it. I'm going to hide behind the walls until you guys learn your lesson. Or die. There's not really much in between there. That seems a little harsh, doesn't it? That seems a little, excessive, mean, not the way you should react to things by and large. What are you doing, sir? That is not where I wanted you to fly. Stop trying to recreate that incredibly amazing skip that you did earlier. That was entirely luck, and I'm never going to get that again. Please don't do that. No, I don't need that. I'm not going to try to die to grab an item that I don't need. Let's go back to this. Kills faster, and these things have a lot of life. And they also track your horizontal position, which is dumb, and I hate it. Right. Well, that was dumb of me. Oh, well. We're still gonna hit the under on the estimate, in theory. Well, not in theory. We've got another 7-minute buffer, but that's pretty much just in case weapon drops are absolute garbage, and I wind up having to, like, repeatedly jump in and out of stages to be able to get a saw mine that's actually worth using. Which is not a huge concern. It just means that the last stage takes, that much longer. And since he hits like a truck, it's not safe in general, so not a situation that you want to be in. I'm going to drink my coffee now so I can have my hand over the overdrive button instead of trying to double click. Ah, coffee. And don't fly into bullets. Just a general thought. Well, I did it anyways. Don't fly into... I'm still flying into bullets. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Yeah, okay. What? Oh, bunk. You gotta be kidding me on that one. Come on. Come on. That was garbage. That was complete garbage. You all saw that, right? Probably should have stopped into the shop to see if there was a better chain. Oh well. Speaking of which, why am I not using it? Yes. Wow, that was absolute garbage. I can't believe that happened. I can because I'm playing again. Not great at shooters. I put them in my repertoire because I want to get better at them, and then I don't. So I end up playing the one that allows me to, like, level up to try and get better at them. That and UN Squadron, which I'm just not very good at, but I still try. Not the arcade, unfortunately. That would be a fun one to learn, I would imagine, because I don't think I would be that bad at it, by and large, kind of just knowing the game and having played, the Super Nintendo one and the... I have actually played the arcade. Not in an arcade, at least I don't think so. I know at some point in time I got the ROM. It was like, wow, this is different. I like it. Ooh, I'm bad at this. Let's keep dumping quarters in. The way you do. Might be fun to learn. I don't know, what else we got left to talk about here? I got, like, 4 or 5 stages left to go. And then final boss time, and that's pretty much it for me. Is there a run after me? I think there's a run after me, but I don't remember. Indeed. What am I talking about? I don't even know anymore. Sorry, I was looking at Discord for a second, and I saw the word tombstone and immediately thought of pizza. I'm not fat. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I am fat, and I do know what you're talking about. Okay, can I do this correctly this time? Dodgers. Listen, as a Royals fan, I do not have a dog in that race whatsoever, and I do not care. Okay, can I not just randomly explode to a big giant bullet on the screen this time? Can that not be a thing that happens? Would appreciate it, thank you. Yeah, like that. Thank you very much for that. That nice little random lag spike that worked out very well for me. Yeah, I'm just going to eat that one. But I can shield replenish right there, so we're fine. Whoop, and that's exactly what I wanted there. There we go. Defensive shielding is what I want. There. And that was the city, so now we got to go to the forest. Yes. Where am I at on the people with the thing and the stuff? Nephridian Mare. Nephridian Mare? I don't even know. Should be Nephridian Mare. Is it? Nephridian Mare. Because Tessa... Wait. No, I'm supposed to do Nephridian... Well, I know you're pretty much supposed to talk to Nephridian whenever she comes up. Where am I at on my notes? I already lost track. I'm an idiot. I don't remember. Sorry. I'm going to do Nephridian Mare. Great. Sorry. I need to clean up my notes. I know. Be quiet. That's a pretty good spread. I'm going to use that against the one boss that sucks. Don't use missiles. Stop giving me all the missiles. Bloody hell. More mods is fun because it's more shielding. Not that it helped me during that fight at all, did it? After city, forest. Yes, Rocketsteel. Rocketsteel sucks. Okay. Yes, so this is just going to happen. I don't know, listen to the music. I've talked over it plenty, and I'm just going to vape while that's happening. That was a stupid hit. Okay, well. Because that hit, I'm going to vape again now, because I can. Please enjoy the silence. And I've kind of truncated everything in terms of plot and character standing. Didn't even really talk about Tessa. Yeah, you and her were childhood friends. You were on a base that got exploded. Her parents died. You were already orphaned. Swig takes the two of you in, and Arca, the former captain, she becomes the ship's doctor. She really, really hates how you keep getting damaged. Don't really know how I'm getting damaged when the ship explodes, but I don't know. Don't think about it. So she wants you to buy more mods. But I mean, yeah, no, you're both in your 20s now, and you're like, she's kind of attractive. So I mean, if you want to, that can be one of the endings you go for, as well as any of the other ladies, if you wish. Yes, even Nefriti, the bad guy, can be a love interest. Once again, don't think about it too much. Just go with it. I mean. She kind of learns her ways. She learns to actually, regret stuff, and, you help her try to be, have a moral centering, all that jazz. Normally on the rocket snail, you can kill his eyes. You cannot on phase 3. They are immortal. Actually, I think they just have a ton of health, if I remember correctly. So killing them, not exactly an easy task, so you don't. Instead, just focus on the body, and since it's faster to just do that anyways, because that's what you got to kill. We do that. Okay, it didn't kill me. That's good. I like that. Didn't have to use the oh no button. Cafe. Yeah, there we go. Freedy and Tessa. So this is the last Tessa dialogue. That's what I wanted to make sure that I got to. Yay. Oh, Nefriti keeps stealing your lunch. Don't think about it. There's a good chain. That's what I'm looking for. Ooh, and a better scatter. Hell yeah. Let's roll. Let's go. Is that a good enough crush to... No. Okay. So spread I don't think I need. No, that's fine. Alright. So just really more of these. Actually, I don't hugely need to worry about the shields. We're just going to dump it all into experience to try and level up as much as we can. And that is... No, I did the Forbidden City. That was Spiral Forest. So now Swamp. Swamp, Swamp, Swamp. Here's why I wanted the chain. There is no terrain in here. This is strictly enemies. Which, as silly as it sounds, means that the chain's going to wind up being a lot more important than you would expect. There are some points where you fight the big beefies. So, of course, we're going to wind up dragging out the saw mines to take them out. Yeah, well, not right about now. It's those guys. But the big beefies, meteorites and enemies literally called shields, and just big, thick, goofy enemies that have way more health than they should. It's not much fun. Yes, regular missiles, homing missiles, all of the stuff that you want to fight. Call them homing missiles. It's not entirely correct. They home in on your position and then fire a big laser. With that, they fire that, and it's not much fun. So let's see if I can actually get the scale back with this guy correctly. Kinda, not really. That's fine. As long as you're lining up your shots, so you're hitting 2. I moved ahead a little bit too soon on them, but that's also not a big problem. But then you do have to start actually getting in there and taking out the guys behind him because, well, look at that. It's a proper shmup. There's actual bullets everywhere, and we don't like it. And the chain's just not going to do enough damage to these guys, so we go ahead and do this. We do drop back to the chain when things start appearing off the bottom of the screen. And as one would probably imagine when creating a shooter like this, why don't we also go ahead and drop stalactites? Remember, because they might come from the ceiling. No, that's stalagmites. Hey, we got it eventually. Stalagmites also in there, and then also asteroids because, yeah, why not? We're just going to go ahead and do this to whittle them all down a little bit more. Because, hey, why not? Back to this, back to that. Hopefully this doesn't cause huge amounts of lag. And this is the stage you want to do if you're looking to try and grind out extra levels, because you don't have to worry about flying into stupid things that are going to murder you. Wisp, however, he's not much fun, because he moves a lot faster. Well, he doesn't... Sorry, he has the exact same pattern. There's a heck of a lot more bullets is the issue. And the pattern never changes. It's just that trying to line up shots with the extra bullets does kind of make you rethink where it is that you're trying to head in a lot of these situations. Thankfully, at least the bullets don't do a huge amount more, so you can tank a few of those if you got to. Cafe is just Nefriti for a couple, and then one more with Mare and one more with Johnny. Yay, so we should actually get all of them. Yay! So I'm done with chain, don't need chain, really just looking for saw mines. Yay, a +1, that's not really worth it. Scatter, +1, not really worth it. So we buy more modules. Much more experience as you go. Don't even really need to worry about the moolah at this point. We'll just go straight experience. Is there anything I'm missing? Because my intellect winds up getting so high the regen is... Remember when it was like 12? A little bit better now. We're good there. It should be... Maelstrom? Maelstrom. Maelstrom. Fun. So Maelstrom is a stage where you're actually technically speaking underwater. So your movement is hampered greatly, which doesn't seem like it would be a big problem, except you do wind up fighting the submersible, which is the unchained thing that just constantly follows you around. So not being able to move fast is kind of a problem there. And since on this round it's even slower, it's even worse. So, yeah. I'm going to try to remember to put my finger back over chain so I can actually tear through some of these things without flying into the lasers and all that jazz. See, the extra intellect means that the cash is going to be happening anyway, so I need the points of moolah. Experience is good, though. I like experience. Should be using saw mines for you. You guys are beefy. I should probably take out the guy that's trying to shoot me. That would also be a great idea. Yes, so... We're slowly just working our way towards the final boss, the giant cloud of malice that wants to kill everything because it's tired of listening to us wish for things. Just passively, man, I wish this was a thing. He heard it. He hates it. He wants you dead. We don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do, the illustrious plan that we finally come up with is we're going to have Nefriti power up our cannons with fire damage. Swig is going to take our capital ship and shoot at the body. Merid, who is an incredible pilot, is going to be shooting at the lower half of it, and we are going to go shoot him in the face repeatedly until he coughs up the star shards, and then we're going to try to grab them, and then try to create a gate and fly through it so he can't follow us. This is the plan. It was a good plan, but this is the plan. So here's the submersible. Pretty much the same as before. Beefier, hits harder, and tracks you a lot, well, not faster, but you move slower. So there's not really much you're going to be able to do here to try and get around a lot of this. Don't fly into the enemy ship. Please die. Thank you. Cool. Alright, slowly saving every little bit of time that we can. Alright, hangar. Not hangar. Cafe. Nefriti. Yes. Yo, Nefriti. Butts. And then he runs away giggling. I know I would. Is that worth it? It's pretty much only 5s is where you want to get it. Crush would not be horrible, especially as big an increase as that would be, but it's fine. I'm not going to mess with it. Missiles, no, I want scatter. There ain't no scatter. I'm going to move on. More modules, as you do. As long as I have 350,000 saved before the last stage, then we get our final dialogue with Johnny. So, looks like we're fine here. Absolute zero and then the ruins. Yay! Refill my coffee. Alright, this stage is also another one where you're like, oh no, I really wish I had a good chain. Well, I do now, so we're not in a tremendous amount of trouble. But, you know, with the slightly wonky hit detection and movement, it can get troublesome. Just a bit. And they'll also try to trap you in walls. Game's not very polite like that, but I mean, you were probably anticipating something like that was eventually going to happen. So, there it happened. Oop. Don't fly into the wall. That's a bad idea. So we're just going to hang out in the middle. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to blow those up first. And now we're going to hang out in the middle and take out the guys that are trying to shoot us. Boop, 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 boop. Nope, 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 nope. Too much weapon swapping. It's slowing the game down. Nope. Also driving into a wall is, well, it's not slowing the game down, but it's not very helpful. So unless you, I mean, it's pretty easy to just see what the route's going to be. That's why you don't fly into the other enemies. I mean, I was saying, wow, everything hits really hard. You don't want to fly into enemies. Well, that's a pretty fine demonstration of don't do what Donnie Don't does. Man, they really should have worded this better. Yes, indeed. So clear those out. Whittle them down as best you can. Back to that. Not going to grab that money then, am I? Yay. Well, at least it was super early in the stage. Good times. Good times. All right. What are we talking about? I don't know. We're eventually going to go fight a giant cloud that grants wishes and does not like doing it and wants to kill you because you keep trying to ask for wishes. That's the plot at this point. Everything else is, you know, character flavor and good fun stuff like that. So, you know, highly suggest playing the game and actually, you know, just read up on, you know, go through everybody's little storylines and how everybody interacts, and it's all fun stuff like that. And just gonna eat that one too. Get my shields back? Nope, not gonna get my shields back. Didn't get to it in time. There's a shield. Can I get to it? Yes, without just immediately getting destroyed. And that guy is still in the way. I don't like it because I don't want to get stuck in the walls again. Game. So I'm still trying to determine. The extra health is useful. I don't know if it is so useful that I should be prioritizing that over, like, gun. Because, as you can see, killing a lot of this stuff that much faster might actually be useful. I don't know if it's more useful than just straight over-leveling and then hoping that the RNG pans out and you get the right weaponry. It might. I don't know. But considering how bad my gameplay has been, 10 minutes behind already. But it's all part of the estimate because I was just gambling on bad RNG, not gambling on absolute horrendous play on my end, but it happens too. So, this guy, new move. He charges you. Just, don't like it. Outside of that, that's all he does. More stalactites. I think bullets, firing bullets faster. But other than that, he does that. Now he charges at you. Good fun times. Yay. Sir, I don't appreciate those lag spikes. Oh my god, why? So So we're going to have to go fight the Angry Router of Doom again. What do you think the Angry Router of Doom gets after this? So this is Nephridian Mare, yes. By the way, yeah, Mare is a lady. Don't let the Darth Vader helmet fool you. It turns out Mare is a lady. And apparently a very pretty one, but, I mean, you know, if you want, that's how you want to go, then that's how you want to go. Take the extra scatter, nothing in the way of, good weapon things, whatever. So we're just going to do that, keep pushing experience. And on to the frickin' Ancient Ruins, which I hate. Worst stage of the game, fittingly also the last one. You would think that previous one was the worst, or the one with all the asteroids, because you probably don't have a chain yet by that point. But this is pretty much a combination of both of those. Big beefies, and they start putting you through little tunnels that suck, and you're going to have a good chain. But by now you probably do, so that's less of an issue. Plus all that and manual swapping and checking to make sure I actually have an overdrive ready to go. Otherwise I have to start grinding against walls, and nobody wants to have to do that while trying to not die. It's not a fun situation. You don't want that. You can go ahead and pot shot those guys thanks to long shot. And it's also kind of hard to tell where some of these walls are unless you have maximum shield, and then you can see, oh, that's the wall. I need to not go there. Like I say, it's not the most difficult shooter in the world by a long shot, but it's, you know, it's difficult enough for me. So that's good enough for my tastes. Plus, fantastic plot, great music. What else are you looking for in video games, man? It's there to have fun. We are here to entertain and be entertained, and that's why I like it. And that guy is shooting a big old laser at me, and I don't appreciate that. Plus, there's this slow ramp up. You can't quite tell where the upper walls are, so sometimes you'll just bonk into them, and you might get stuck in it and die. Not fun, man. If I ever win the lottery, I'm getting a high def remake of this. I'm contacting Danon. I'm gonna be like, yo, love the game. We getting this sucker on Steam. We doing voice acting. I'll be Johnny because I do the terrible Cockney accent. Because hey, why not? Yeah, he's written to have a Cockney accent. He's constantly talking like this, is what he's doing, which is good fun, I suppose. All right. I would be using charge to clear this guy out faster, but I'm going to do this safely because the big angry Router of Doom has a sword. Why does he have a sword? I don't know, but he does. So you kind of got to position yourself to where the sword's going to appear. So you draw him into that specific spot, and then you can go back, hopefully able to skip through some of these lasers. Or stand in the middle of it. Ay, ay, ay. Nope. Yep. Okay. That's wonderful. That's just great. Do that. I don't have to use the overdrive right this second, so I'm not gonna. Okay. So I'm just gonna focus for a bit. Spend most of my time practicing on the final boss, not practicing on the Angry Router of Doom. Oh, nope, don't do that. Come on, you're almost dead. We can do this. We can get you. Don't fly into the sword. Don't fly into the laser. Hey! And so we're on the final boss. Yay! Ton of experience. Cafe's going to be Nephridian and Johnny. So we have 100% endings. We're good on those. I want as big a saw mine as I can get. I want as big a scatter as I can get. Everything else is going to go into modules. We obviously don't need experience anymore. Shield mods is fine. Everything else goes into health. And I have 2.5 times as much as I did before. Honestly, I probably should have been dumping that into to health sooner. Anyways, let's go fight the final boss. And let's listen to the awesome track. So that's him. There he is. Nope. Right into a bullet. There's a couple of safe spots you try to shoot for. And then eventually he starts just breathing a big laser at you. Because of course he does. Nope, I'm still a little bit too high there. Okay. Down lower. Try to clear out these guys. And as long as I'm able to actually keep shooting him... Oop, too far low. You just want enough shield so that, you know, ideally it'll be enough to hopefully recharge to a good amount. There's the big laser. By all rights, I should be not getting hit there. I should be like swapping over to spread for this, but I'm not really gonna focus on. I'm just gonna use this now. Plow through these guys. Should be using that to try and. I don't remember where I was going with that. To try and do a little bit extra damage while dodging down here. But unfortunately, sometimes those lasers are just going to get in your way anyways. And that's terrible. So, I don't want to have to look down to make sure my hands are in the right place, is really what I'm saying. No. Right into that bullet and right into mouth laser. Yep. Okay. Wunderbar. I don't even have enough money for any better weaponry right this second. Unfortunately, what I need to do is I need to get... the overdrive back up real quick. This isn't the stage I wanted to do that in. I should have done the ice place. Oh well. Oh well. Either that or I could just dump everything into experience to get 2 to 3 more levels, and then that's enough to be able to ideally get a lot more in the way of weaponry, like really high-powered weaponry. Should have been doing them both at the same time, but that's fine. Okay, we're set there. We'll just go ahead and give him another shot. If not, then we're going to run screaming, and experience up, get a better weapon. I can't even afford any of it yet, but that's fine. And then go in. I'm going to position my hand this time to actually be able to swap to spread off of saw mines, and hopefully I have my positioning as correctly this time so that I don't eat those straight bullets. Yeah, like that. Or there's just immediately going to be a laser in my face. And still a laser in my face. Wait, apparently I used my overdrive? I just refilled it and then left the place. That's less good. I'm not a fan of that. I don't really understand why my overdrive went away. Okay. That's frustrating. Well, now it's back, and that would have helped too. So this way I can try to get that little bit of extra damage in, and then move back up in position. A little nervous about that one there. I'm actually going to keep these saw mines on to blow up that ship, because they also fire little bullets too, and you know, like them. Kind of annoying. Oh no. Well, I'm going to do that. Clear through you guys. That overdrive that dropped on the ground immediately gets me a little bit close to refilling it. You're probably not going to get 2 overdrives in this fight. If you do, you're having unreal luck on the drops. Whoop. Alright, swap back to firing down here. I've only got like a couple of hit points left. Get out of the way, lasers. Well, I guess now I'm going up. Didn't want it, but I guess I'm going up. Oop, keep the mouse pointer on the screen so I can try to shoot you, please. Yikes. This is also where the speed save comes into... No! Oh, you jerk! Alright, you know what? We're just going to play this super safe. I'm going to play this super safe. Yeah. Super safe. Just enough to recharge the overdrive, should be enough for 1 more level, and then I'm going to try to get my hands... Well, that's pretty much already there, isn't it? I'm going to try to get my hands on a better saw mines. Just all that little difference would hopefully be enough. I don't remember how much I need for a level up, so I don't think I'm going to do this entire stage. No, we're going to clear these guys out, and that'll be the end. Extra money. Oop, extra money. Alright, good enough for me then. Let's go. You didn't use the overdrive. Good. Okay, so I did get 1 more level. Yay. Every little bit helps. Do you have a better saw mine? You do have a better saw mine by 1 level, and I can't afford it anyways. Well, that's... we're fine. Okay, no more experience. We're going to go... What am I looking at here? 10... Pretty much 10 seconds refills you to full everything else into health. Okay, let's go. Don't use chain. Don't do that. That was super weird, too, how it just didn't want to accept that I had, my overdrive there. Don't really know what happened. Yay! So, you can usually tell by the time that, you can usually tell you have enough in the way of offense if by the time the drums do that he's doing the mouth beam. That's what you're generally looking for. And that means he's at 50%. Oop. Yeah, I'm slightly ahead on DPS. Good. I'm going to fly into a bullet. Less good. Not even remembering to swap over to spread. That's... yeah. Oop. Nope, 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 nope. Way less good. Way less good. Ugh. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die again. Yep, there it is. Go right back in. Go right back in. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. Woo! Keep getting weird, like, hiccups in the game. Like it's lagging. And I'm not using the chain, so and there's also, you know, not a butt ton of enemies on the screen. So I'm looking at it like, why does that keep happening? Ugh. Man, I practiced this guy. I practiced this guy beating him with every single weapon, including the chain, which is super low damage, and you have to be super right just in his face. Yeah, I totally need that experience. I'm gonna grab it anyways. Oops. Those bullets right there. Always right there. I do not like this. Just bring on the lasers then, huh? Is that what's going on here? Well, sorry for... apparently for going over. I did not want that to be a thing, but that wound up being a thing. Dagnabbit. I just got to survive, like, very little more. Very little more. Just get him. Just get him. There it is in time. By a minute. Son of a gun. Well, that's time. The last of my cannons, we all saw it, blah, blah, blah. Quick check to make sure that you got all of the endings. We did. So I can wish for anything. And we're just going to skip everybody on the beach. Like, yay, we did it. Everybody gets a wish. Everybody's here. Everybody's having fun. Hooray for everything that just happened. Again, like I said, there's a lot of dialogue in the game that I skipped over. And we all go to the beach. There it is. We got the secret ending. That's 100%. Yay! Sorry about that. Apologies. I was really hoping to hit the under. Okay, so, there you go. Well, you know, 1 minute over on a 2-hour estimate. Y'all take that. Things went bad. Definitely could have been better on my end, but by all means, go play the game. Actually read the copious amounts of dialogue and pick your own ending and all that. You know, I don't have any bits of wisdom to give you this time, but congratulations on completing RPG shooter Starwish. I hope you enjoyed it and had a wonderful experience. So there you go. So that's it. That's me. Thanks, y'all.